What happens when reincarnation creates absolute geniuses instead of ordinary heroes? These 10 anime showcase prodigies whose overwhelming talent reshapes worlds, battles, destinies, and legends. Kicking off our list at number 10, The Beginning After the End. You follow Arthur Lewin, a powerful king reborn into a magical continent filled with adventurers, kingdoms, and mana-based combat. Retaining memories from his previous life, you watch him train relentlessly, uncover ancient mysteries, and confront dangerous enemies. His extraordinary talent appears early, but greater threats constantly push his growth beyond normal limits and expectations over many years ahead. What makes this series memorable is how seriously it treats Arthur's development. The action feels weighty, the fantasy world keeps expanding, and the emotional stakes rarely disappear. Studio adaptation discussions generated enormous anticipation because the source material already earned a passionate audience. If you enjoy earned power, strategic battles, and steady progression, this easily delivers throughout from start to finish every episode. Moving down the rankings to number 9, The Water Magician. You awaken as Ryo, reborn in a fantasy world where water magic becomes your specialty. Through patience, experimentation, and decades of survival, you steadily transform simple spells into overwhelming power. Rather than rushing toward greatness, the story follows your gradual mastery, exploration, and encounters across a vast magical setting filled with opportunities and dangers at the very end. This series stands out because progression feels thoughtful instead of rushed. Watching ordinary water magic evolve into something extraordinary creates constant satisfaction. The slower pace gives the world room to breathe, while Ryo's intelligence keeps every discovery engaging. Fans of methodical growth, creative spell usage, and immersive fantasy adventures will find plenty to appreciate here across many chapters and memorable journeys too. Charging forward at number 8! Apocalypse bringer Minogra, World Conquest, starts with the civilization of ruin. You become Takuto Ira, a strategy game player reborn inside the dark civilization he once controlled. Armed with knowledge of systems, monsters, and expansion mechanics, you guide the ruined nation of Minogra toward dominance. Political maneuvering, world conquest, and unconventional alliances drive the story as your faction grows stronger against escalating opposition from every challenge encountered along the way. Minogra offers a refreshing angle on reincarnation by embracing nation-building and morally grey leadership. Instead of focusing only on personal strength, the narrative explores strategy, governance, and large-scale conflict. The game-inspired framework creates endless possibilities, while the unusual protagonist faction dynamic helps the series feel different from standard fantasy adventures today, for viewers seeking broader stakes and complexity in modern fantasy anime. Climbing higher to number 7, a wild last boss appeared. You find yourself inhabiting the body of Lufasu Mafahal, an overwhelmingly powerful ruler from a game world. After awakening centuries later, you explore a changed landscape where old legends remain influential. Your immense abilities attract allies and enemies alike, while hidden truths surrounding the world's history gradually emerge through dangerous encounters and increasingly complex conflicts. The biggest appeal here is scale. Lufasu starts absurdly strong, yet the narrative still finds ways to maintain intrigue through lore, mysteries, and shifting power dynamics. Fans who enjoy legendary protagonists, expansive fantasy settings, and larger-than-life confrontations will appreciate how confidently the series embraces spectacle while continuing to build curiosity around its overarching secrets. Breaking into the upper half at number 6, the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Season 2, you return as Lug Tuatha Day, a master assassin reincarnated into a noble family with a mission to eliminate a future hero. Combining modern knowledge, deadly skills, and magical talent, you navigate political schemes and dangerous battles. Season 2 continues expanding the world while presenting new threats that test both your intelligence and combat capabilities. Few series blend strategy and action as effectively as this one. Lug rarely wins through brute force alone, making every confrontation feel calculated. The production values remain strong, and the mix of espionage, fantasy, and long-term planning creates a distinctive identity. For viewers tired of reckless protagonists, Lug's disciplined approach remains consistently engaging. Entering the top 5 at number 5, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 3. You follow Rudius Greyrat, a man reborn into a magical world with memories of a troubled past life. Determined to improve himself, you witness his growth through adventure, relationships, and powerful magical training. Season 3 continues his journey while exploring new challenges, emotional developments, and increasingly significant events that shape the broader world. Mushoku Tensei remains one of the most influential modern reincarnation stories for good reason. Its world feels alive, its characters evolve naturally, and its animation consistently elevates major moments. Even when the narrative slows down, the attention to detail keeps everything compelling. Few fantasy anime balance personal growth and epic storytelling this successfully. Advancing to number 4, ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 4. You step back into Subaru Natsuki's brutal journey through a fantasy world where death triggers a return to earlier points in time. Although not traditionally overpowered, your accumulated knowledge becomes an extraordinary advantage. Season 4 raises the stakes again, forcing you to overcome psychological pressure, dangerous enemies, and increasingly complicated mysteries. ReZero thrives because every victory feels earned. Subaru's struggles create emotional intensity that many fantasy series never reach. The combination of suspense, character drama, and unpredictable storytelling keeps viewers invested even during quieter moments. Season 4 carries tremendous expectations, and the franchise's history suggests more unforgettable twists, revelations, and emotional payoffs ahead. Racing into the top 3 at number 3, Saga of Tanya the Evil 2. You become Tanya de Gorochov, a ruthless salaryman reborn as a young girl in a world consumed by magical warfare. Gifted with exceptional intelligence and combat ability, you rapidly rise through military ranks. The sequel continues your conflict against overwhelming forces, while deepening the ideological battle between Tanya and the mysterious entity responsible for her fate. Tanya remains one of anime's most fascinating anti-heroes. Her cold pragmatism, tactical brilliance, and relentless determination make every battlefield encounter captivating. Combined with large-scale warfare and sharp political undertones, the series is a very different reincarnation experience. It stands apart from conventional fantasy adventures by prioritizing strategy, military tension, and psychological conflict. Just missing the crown at number 2, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 4. You are reborn as Rimuru Tempest, a slime who rapidly evolves into one of the most powerful beings in a fantasy world. Using unique abilities, diplomacy, and leadership, you build a thriving nation while protecting allies from growing threats. Season 4 continues expanding the political landscape as powerful factions clash across the world. What separates Rimuru from many overpowered protagonists is versatility. The series combines action, humor, world-building, and kingdom management without losing momentum. Its enormous cast remains surprisingly likable, and the ongoing expansion of Tempest keeps introducing fresh possibilities. Few fantasy franchises create such a strong sense of progress while remaining consistently entertaining. And finally, reigning supreme at number 1, The Beginning After the End Season 2. You once again follow Arthur Lewin as his journey reaches even greater heights. Armed with unmatched potential, extensive knowledge, and growing experience, you face stronger opponents and more dangerous mysteries. Season 2 pushes the story deeper into its conflicts, revealing larger threats while showcasing the extraordinary abilities that make Arthur one of anime's standout prodigies. The reason this claims the top spot is simple: momentum. Arthur's evolution never feels stagnant, and the blend of emotional storytelling, impressive combat, and expansive world-building keeps viewers invested. Every major revelation opens new possibilities, making it incredibly easy to keep watching. For fans of Prodigy protagonists, few recent series generate this level of excitement. These anime prove that reincarnated prodigies remain one of fantasy's most entertaining concepts. From kingdom builders to magical geniuses and military masterminds, every entry offers something memorable. Which series tops your personal ranking, and which upcoming title deserves a future spot on the list?